So
Yeah.
they have a big portrait.
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead and give name and outlet, please.
Elizabeth Serena, Austria.
Ready. Austria.
Austria, yes. Gary, when you research a part like this, how deep do you have to go and where do you go to find something that hasn't been told before about the character?
Well, I was lucky because I started with a very... my blueprint was the script, and there's a story there that Anthony wants to tell. So I have a roadmap, in a sense. The building of the character is what you would imagine. I started with the voice to see if it was even doable. And then you hit something where you get a bit of hope. You grab it onto a bit of hope, and you go, you know what? Actually, this could work. I might, I should follow this, because what you're trying to do is you've got an icon and someone who has been so mythologized that you've got to find, is it doable to find the man? Can you find the man rather than this sort of statue? So you start to, bless you. So you start to latch on to these little idiosyncrasies and mannerisms and things, and you start to read the material, you look at the footage, you listen to the speeches, and it's like doing, it's like sitting for a test. It's like doing your homework for a big test.
Big test. You just said that, sorry. Thank you so much. Thank you. You just mentioned finding the man's, the human perspective. That was something that really I liked about the movie, that you could really, a lot of people have done films on Hitchcock and many have played them, and there's this danger of it becoming a caricature. You found this new side where you really saw the sensitivity of this man. Where did you discover it in your, whether it was research or?
Well, I had read that the line in the movie where he's on the underground and he says to the little girl, "I blub a lot, I cry a lot, you'll have to get used to it," was a line that he actually spoke to one of his secretaries, that he cried over something. And he was a real blubberpuss, he would cry at a kitten or a dog, loved animals, cry at movies or plays, and so he was, you really got a sense of I got a sense of that there was a side of him that was the statesman and the politician and the man that barked orders and had to get things done, because it was a serious business. Hitler was a serious business, and he couldn't truck with anyone that didn't meet him 100%. So if you weren't committed as much as Churchill, I think, I'm reading this in, but he could really turn and snap and say, you got to get your act together. We're all on this together, and you've got to be in it 100%. But there was also the man that was a family man who had children and, obviously a relationship that worked. They were married for so long. So there is a human, softer side to him, and I could see it in the footage, the eyes. There's something very soft and lovely in a sparkle, a twinkle in the eye that you just go, there he is, that man that can. Yeah.
Was there ever a moment where you went, oh my God, I'm gonna be playing Churchill?
Yeah.
Was it intimidating?
Yeah, it was terrifying. Yeah, you go through. See, you in the beginning, you have the fear of, well, as an icon, but is there any there? Can I find anything? You also have. You're not competing against, but you're being judged and measured by all the people that have played him before. So someone could easily say it was a nice try, but, Albert Finney wins the prize, or you know what I mean, or Robert Hardy, and then you've got Lithgow, and then you've got, Brian Cox, and you've got all these people that have played him, and Richard Burton. So you're also now in the gallery of, what I think what people have to realise sometimes is you can make a movie for $200 million and you can make a movie for $2 million. But when the lights go down, you're in the arena of all the greats and you're being judged.
Sorry, but I have a double slot.
Yes.
Oh.
I'm done with my double slot.
We have like 1 more minute.
Okay. 1 more minute.
But that's so you do. Yeah, there were days when the work would be going well, when I was researching, finding him, and then there were days when it would be less good, and then I would second guess myself, and then say to my wife, "I'm insane. This is going to be a disaster," and then you have a good day, and then you think, "Oh, it's not so bad." So that's what happens in the whole thing. It's wonderful and terrifying, all at the same time.
There are many quotes that are attributed or that he has said, many Churchill quotes. Do you have a favorite one?
Favorite one? I think it was after the Battle of Britain. Never in the history of human conflict has so much been owed by so many to so few. I think it's absolute beautiful, simple, economic piece of writing. It's just absolutely beautiful. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.